In a perfect world of science, how much is your 1 rep max? But ladies, I don't think you guys are maxing out your weights at the gym, and you probably don't know your 1 rep max. And I've been telling women, if you are over the age of 40, you need to start lifting 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes because that will increase your human growth hormone. And when I say lift, I do mean weights. But how much does that weight need to be? But like if you did, it'd be like 70-80% of your 1 lift max. Like I need you to lift up something heavy that is enough to make you kind of struggle, but not so much struggle that you hurt. So the answer is, does it feel challenging to you? So for my patients, I always use the example of bicep curls. I lift a lot of things in my everyday life, but with bicep curls, I choose to do 10 pounds. 10 pounds is enough to stress me, but it doesn't give me shoulder impingement and elbow pain because I have to work as a physical therapist to do manual therapy. I can 100% curl 15 pounds, but it causes me more injury, and so this is where my limit is. When I do a farmer's carry, I could do 35 pounds each arm, and I actually feel better, and it helps my upper traps. But that's me. That's me knowing my body. So my challenge to you would be, if we're talking about bicep curls, if somebody had a frozen shoulder and maybe tore their rotator cuff and they're coming back from that rotator cuff tear, they start at 2 and 3 pound weights. Then people generally quickly move up to 5 pound weights, then the 8 pound weight, and 10 pounds seems to be the top end for many people. If you have active rotator cuff tears, you're going to be more limited. If you have a labral tear of your shoulder and you have a lot of instability, you will be more limited. So it's knowing your body, it's causing enough stress to make your muscles have to tear itself down and build it back up. If you knew your 1 rep max, that would be easier, but most people don't. So I just want you to challenge yourself and give you a weight, bicep curls as example, enough that it feels hard. Rarely does 2 and 3 pounds feel hard for people unless there's an injury. But 5 pounds may be enough to start, but you're probably going to want to progress to maybe 8 to 10 in the long haul. But I would rather you just start and move your body. I don't want you to be paralyzed by the fact that I said you need to weight lift 3 times a week. I want you to start with what you have, where you're at, and then be consistent. That matters huge. Some people have been 0 weights, 0 working out. And when you start in that particular regard, if you're very deconditioned and out of shape, you're going to start with your body weight. Yeah, your body weight is where you're going to start, but you will then move up 2 weights eventually. But I just need you to know that we're going to have to walk every day and lift 3 times a week. And that's just part of the way it is as being humans. We have to replace physical activity now that we have all this technology that helps us out. People who are deconditioned, they started them with like body weight and low load exercise so people don't get hurt. This is exceptionally wise advice for anyone. Then they wanted them to learn the movement patterns. Also very smart. So if you're going to start lifting heavy things, we need you to have optimal mechanics. And not surprisingly, they did 5 sets of 5 reps. And they maintain an intensity of 80 to 85% of 1 rep max. Participants perform 2 sets of deadlifts, They're lifting heavy weights.